All I'm going to say to you, my wonderful, wonderful audience, is James chapter 1, James chapter 1. Church Studio Sermon Show, where I take sermon notes and make artwork. Next one. Brace yourselves, people. Me and the Ascot Scarf, we're bracing ourselves from the sermon notes from Church Studio, the sermon show. Strength to serve.
Sermon show. Come on, embrace the chase, that supernatural taste of creativity.
Welcome to the sermon show. What's not to know? What's gonna go? Brace yourselves for the sermon show. A supernatural race at a supernatural pace to embrace creativity. It is not a sin to feel happy. It is not a sin to feel happy. It is not a sin to feel happy. It is not a sin to feel. Did I do what he called me to do? Did I do fasting first Monday of March? Multiply.
God said,
Kentucky Revival,
"Thank you, Lord, for healing my tooth."
Asbury Church.
He wants to change your life today.
It is not a sin to feel happy.
Identify the verbs.
There are currently 8 iterations of the sermon show, and all based on the same premise, that is, to take notes from a Christian sermon at a church as a raw material for art making. The sermon shows continue to evolve through an emphasis on experimental, intuitive and impulsive art making that drives a constantly changing aesthetic. Saying this, there are consistencies such as the use of sermon notes, the development of animated characters as a vehicle for audio and the construction of backgrounds. Sermon shows 1 to 3 all contain the artist performing the role of host, creating live action paintings informed by a selection of sermon notes. Sermon show 4 focus on one sermon note repeated multiple times, whereas sermon show 8 utilizes 2 types of audio, 2 distinct characters, and all the notes contained within one sermon. Sermon show 9 will showcase notes from both sermons and secular text, exploring a dichotomy between the sacred and secular domains. The characters in this piece will behave as a mobile art installation, still attempting to simulate a dialogue imparting fragmented, undigested wisdom. AI will continue to provide voice audio for each character, whilst also contributing to the characters' identities.